In the bottom right-hand position, playing in the orange pieces, with 1 million people. Well, no, I was going to say 1 million people watching, not quite that many. With 28 people watching him, this is Starkiller.
Yeah, he seems to go for... I thought he was going to go for an 888.
But
he wasn't. He has got caught on 8 supply for a while.
It happens.
And in the north, we got our purple Zerg from UGN named Probe, who won the last game with a good internet connection.
Yeah, dude, I have to admit, the micro on his broadband was amazing.
Yeah, that was great. Sometimes that's all you need.
Yep. Sometimes all you need is for your opponent to crash and burn. In any case, we're seeing the standard wall-off coming up from Starkiller, because it turns out he's played a Zerg ever before. It's one of those things. Actually, weirdly enough, there's always part of me that's looking at that wall and going, do I need to stick the second supply depot there, or shall I just make that the add-on?
Now you want to put you usually put your second supply depot there, and you can actually get the add-on.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, is because if he puts that in there, if he puts the add-on as the second part, that means part of his wall is huge. The question is, would the add-on actually wall it in properly, or would Lings be able to pump around the side?
Yeah, but you actually want.
Ooh.
Wow, no, I think you want the second supply depot there earlier than the add-on
would come
but
out.
I'm not sure if you actually need it when.
Well, the thing is, he could put the supply depot down between the gas and the CC, if there was space to put the thing on it. Just a quick note before we carry on: we are seeing a hatch first from UGN Probe. He's putting the pool down, so he's not going completely insane and going 3 hatch and double gas before pool, but.
Yeah, you can't really go 3 hatch before pool on this map if you don't scout CC first. If you do that, you're gonna be really behind, because it's gonna be a Reaper opening. Even if he goes for a Marine first, which is...
He has.
He's going for double racks with a gas. So this might be... we might see an add-on soon.
Yep.
This is really not economical. Getting these second racks, so it should be some kind of push to actually make up for the time you lose. And it's a tech lab, so might be for quick combat shield. When you push with only Marines and you don't have medivacs, you actually prefer that combat shield. Yeah, before stim.
Well, it's basically because essentially with combat shields you essentially have 20 more hit points. Because you have 10. Well, you have 10 more, but you don't use 10 hit points to fire the stim.
Yeah, exactly.
So you only have 10 more, but it feels like you have 20 more because you're not sacrificing that much. Probe, however, still has that Overlord in a really risky position. If those 2 Marines move down and kill it, he's going to end up A, with no vision, and B, he's going to be a little bit hard supply blocked at that point.
Yeah, and at this point, only 5 minutes in, you really don't want to lose an Overlord.
Yeah, I mean, although I have to say, Probe is definitely ahead at this point. He's got more workers. The only thing he doesn't have is more army, but there's only 3 Marines, so there's not much that can be done. Combat Shield's coming out, so it does look like there's going to be a Marine push.
Yeah, I really hope it's going to be a Marine push. Not putting the command center on the low ground is actually going to delay it a little bit. You have to float it over, and during that time you can't actually make workers. So
I think that might just be because he's scared. He's had that. He's presumably done this on the low ground and been hit by early Lings too many times to be able to go, yeah, that's fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, especially since it doesn't scout.
Yeah, but again, that's bronze silver for you. I mean, if you're not scouting is pretty much standard here. You end up with, because people haven't got to the stage where the scouting information means anything yet.
Yeah, at least we don't see a planetary from in the main base.
Yeah,
makes me happy.
Actually, to be fair, I do love seeing that one. Like the one time where you see someone go planetary fortress in their main, and then someone drops and does nothing with it because the planetary is just like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he got a lot of Marines now. He could actually poke and make a lot of damage.
Yeah, he's currently up 13 to 8 in terms of army supply. And his opponent's expecting some kind of tech drop or something. He's expecting presumably mine drops or banshees, because he's put down spores.
Yeah, as long as he keep making drones and a lot of drones, I think he's gonna be in a good position. And he's making a second spawning pool.
Okay.
In
the mineral line of his nuts. I think he meant to make a spore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he pressed...
freaked out.
He pressed S to press spore instead of pressing A.
Yeah, that's 2 minerals that can't be mined. Oh, at least 1 mineral patch.
Well,
that's horrible.
That's so inefficient. Oh
yeah,
my God,
look at the workers just flying around. He should actually kill that spawning pool.
Yeah. Well, tell you what. How about we just give him a minute, and I'm sure the Marines will do it for him.
Yeah, and that's a lot of Marines, but 3 spine crawlers and a lot of queens. He's not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah. I wish by this point he's better off like looking at this and going, nope, I'm getting out.
Yeah, I think he's preparing for banshees because he's making a Hydra then.
Yeah. Oh, and the Marines need to pull...
And transfuse, please.
Oh, no.
On transfuse that spine crawler.
Also, lava. Lava injects. Keep up on the lava. There we go. Apparently he's not going to transfuse. Apparently he's focused on his creep spread. And he's moved his creep about 2 feet. So, this is one of the things that as a Terran player vexes me quite a lot. There's an Overlord there. And he can't see it.
Yeah, he needs to wait for a medevacs.
Yeah.
And this is actually a decent timing for the 3rd command center. Usually you want it a bit earlier, but it's not horrible. 9 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. He'll have medevacs on the way by 10, which is okay for Bronze Silver. You know.
Yeah.
If he just goes DD, there we go. Which means he could in fact push and hit at about standard time for Terran, with the medevacs catching up because they are fast enough.
Yeah, if he starts dropping versus Roach Hydra, it can be really annoying for the Zerg player to actually hold that off.
The question is he going to do that, or is he just going to go ham and try and kill him outright?
Yeah, I think as long as he is on 2 bases, the Zerg player, he doesn't really need to do a lot of damage. Even if he's behind in supply, he's actually ahead in economy, and there he picks off the Overlord.
And that's how you do it. Okay, so we're expecting maybe a couple more medevacs, except he is supply blocked. There we go. Actually, to be honest, I mean, at this point, Starkiller could just be... Given that his opponent's going Roach Hydra, if he just makes 1 million Marines and then goes and kills him, this might actually do okay.
Yeah, there's no Banelings.
There's no splash. And if memory serves, Marines scale really well once you get enough of them.
Yeah, at least with a lot of medevacs. Once you're up to that 6-8 medevacs, Roach Hydra is gonna be really hard to play, especially if you mix in a couple of Marauders.
Especially if you push across the map like the Zerg is now.
But, yeah, this is a good push though. I don't think he's gonna be able to break this with the bunker and all the medevacs. And Stim is complete.
And he's trying to split, and I'm not sure what he's doing. Ah, that's why. He was trying to push the wall up, and unfortunately the Marine AI bugged out.
But he's going to clean this up and clean up the Hydras.
Yep.
And
and he's put some workers.
He has to be safe.
Yeah.
And he got a supply lead now against Roach Hydra, and that's really, really nice. So there's 4 medevacs, soon 6 medevacs.
And he's sending his 3rd out while he's attacking, which is not a bad plan, actually. Just sort of making sure that he can secure his own base, sending more medevacs out. If he just rallies all of his stuff, the fact that his opponent's making 10 roaches is going to help. Oh, and the drop goes in.
Yeah, that's a really nice drop. Pushing and dropping at the same time. That's a really nice thing to do. It's really going to keep your opponent multitasking. And I think he's going to be able to cancel this 3rd base.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to be able to cancel. I think it'll be finished by the time he realises. There we go. It's done. It's done. So, the Overlord goes down, Probe is now supply blocked a little bit.
Yeah, you can take a look at the drop. This base is gonna go down, but the drop... He's killing a lot of drones.
Yep, if he takes the spawning pool now, that could be really good, but the workers... Oh, no.
No, there's a second spawning pool, so...
Yeah. You know that spawning pool we were laughing about earlier? Turns out it probably was a good idea.
Yeah, and you should really pick up. There's a lot of roaches.
Yeah, he needs to get out of there. But he is now making 6 Marines at a time. And that roach is dead. I'm actually curious. It doesn't look like he's stimmed at all.
No, and that's really nice. He didn't need to stim. Just save that HP.
Yeah, I would like to see more Marauders. Like you said, more Marauders would be good. But he is just focusing on making a ton of Marines.
Yeah, and I think this is gonna be enough. He's gonna be able to push up this mid
Oh,
lane
he needs,
again.
he needs to ball up the
Here's
Marines
a
though.
lot of roaches.
He needs to not move command like that! Oh no! Half his army just died!
Oh,
Oh.
and he steams back now. He doesn't sim all his units, and that's really nice. A couple of tanks now would have been great. He really need to put up a concave. That's a lot of Marines. And where's the
Attack!
stim?
There we go, there's the stim. I don't know if it's going to be enough though, I think there's too many roaches here.
Yeah, Marines, there's a lot of roaches. So many medivacs though, keeping these Marines alive.
Stim them, stim. Need to stim them to get away. The roaches are just going to go to town on this third base though.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be able to hold this off though, and
The roaches
when
are-
this is hold off, he's gonna lose a lot of Marines. But once this is hold off, he's gonna be able to actually.
Oh my god, no, he's not going to be able to hold
ahead.
this.
Yeah, he got six Marines at the time going. So in the end, I think he's gonna be able to clean this up.
But his
There's
opponent's
not
got a ton of roaches in his base and he's got no Marines available to defend it. He's got
Yeah,
nothing.
he's gonna lose a couple of SCVs here. I think in the end he's gonna be fine. He doesn't want to rally in.
No. He needs to ball up his Marines, basically. He needs to have all of them together. Otherwise, they're no good to anyone. And that's the problem that he's facing here. I think his opponent's just going to push in and kill him.
Yeah, and if the roaches get into the production of the turn player, you're in a really bad spot. And yeah, this is really nice fighting with SCVs. He actually needs this.
The roaches at the top are getting killed. Yeah, he may have cleaned this up with the help of the workers, but he's going to lose so many workers for this. 20 workers, 22 workers killed. And the roaches are just leaving.
Yeah, and this is really nice, kiting with the roaches to do maximum amount of damage. He lost 24 roaches though.
24 roaches lost? Oh wow.
No,
20 yeah.
Yeah, luckily there's mules.
Yeah, but even so, I mean, at this point, the Terran has to. He needs to ball his Marines up. He needs to have them all in one place because. Actually, the fact that we're talking bronze silver means he does have the money to do this. He can rebuild. He has the technology, and he's getting something that his opponent doesn't have. Oh yeah, he's got +1 missile weapons.
Yeah, +1 missile, but he's gonna be at 1-1 soon.
And he's getting tank weapons as well. He's getting vehicle weapons as well for some reason.
Yeah, he shouldn't really get that and land that command center and yeah, that's a lot of mules and yeah, I like this. Putting down more barracks. He's gonna be up to 8 barracks soon.
But he needs to make sure he's got the forces to withstand this push. I mean, there's a ton of roaches coming across the middle. And 10 Marines at a time is good, but he needs to have them at the front where they can do any good at all.
Yeah, he started 2-2.
No. Yep. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, once 2-2 is down, it's gonna change, but that command center is burning.
Yeah, that command center I think is dead. I don't think there's anything can be done about that now.
Yeah, and there's a lot of medevacs.
Actually, no, he can save it. He can definitely save that command center. He just needs to actually save it.
Yeah, he's repairing it and cleaning up those roaches, taking a supply lead, and Probe is barely mining on his third base. And once 2-2 is done, it's gonna be really, really scary for the Zerg player.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at army supply, he sacrificed a lot of workers to get himself this far, but Starkiller's ahead in workers. By a lot. No, he's not. He's ahead in army. He's behind in workers. What am I saying?
Yeah, there's 51 Marines, 11 medevacs against 11 roaches. Ultralisk caving just getting started, but I think he's gonna be able to deny this third base. There's not enough roaches.
Yep, he needs to stim. As Gamer Richie, who is one of our Thursday regulars, would say, stim and win. And any Ultralisks that pop now will probably just die.
Yeah, and if he just keeps pushing after this, I think he's gonna go for the win here.
Yep.
There is a couple of spine crawlers.
14
Hydras.
Marines at a time. 14 Marines at a time.
Yeah, he should really wait for 2-2, and he should definitely be able to take this. Being on 3 bases versus 2 bases, and Zerg almost mined out.
The Overlord farm has begun. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why Marines are pretty good. Yeah, the probe's just hard supply cap now, even if you got the Ultra Cavern up. He's getting 7 Ultralisks at once. I don't think
that might actually be able to clean this up, but he's so far down in economy, and he's actually supply blocked. So even if he cleans this up, it's gonna be so hard to actually continue to play this game.
Well, the thing is, I mean, the Ultras are going to pop right next to the Marines, and they'll be on move command for the first few seconds of their existence. So I'm not quite certain what they're planning on doing once they do get out. I mean, they'll pop next to the Marines will start melting them. They don't have chitinous plating. They don't have upgrades. What's he doing? Oh my god, he is just bugging out. He's just leaving. He's just like, you know what?
You can't really fight Marines against Ultralisks. It doesn't really work that way.
Yeah, you need far too many of the damn things.
Yeah, especially 7 Ultralisks. So this is gonna be hard to hold. There's no Marauders. Even if there's no upgrades, there's +1 melee on the Ultras. They two-shot the Marines.
Yeah. The thing is, I mean, it's going to take what? How much damage to take what? Like, counting the 2 armor they've got, it'll take what? 10 shots, 100 shots from Marines. He's got a ton of Marines though. He needs to do something about it quickly though.
Yeah, you really need to kite.
The Ultralisks are melting. Look at them go.
Yeah, there's so many Marines. Wow, I didn't think it was gonna go that easy.
Yeah, had he upgraded the Ultras before they went in, had he had the chitinous plating for the extra +2, basically, like, if memory serves, on full armor, the Ultralisks have 6.
Yeah, so
he would have been taking like 2-3 damage a shot from Marines.
Yeah.
But sadly, in this case,